So look at 3-1 stuff. All right. Lots of click in. Done. Final. All right. There's two formulas which you will be given. You won't have to memorize them. To do number 23 on your calculator quiz. But who's got them handy? Let's see. I believe it was A equals. What did I tell you A stood for? Look at this tree. That's advanced right there. Looks like he's using his calculator, doesn't it? It looks like he's using it. That's good. That's you know, I got it. I got it. That's advanced. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen that in a long time. That's brought back old memories there. Okay. Oh, if the person watching this video only knew. Okay. A stood for end dollar. P was principal, and I called that start dollar because I dumbed it down for this guy. Okay, so start dollar goes in for principal, end dollar goes in for that. Then what's our rate? N is number of times compounded per year. Okay, so let's say it was 12. We call that monthly. And on your quiz, I would say compounded monthly, and you'd have to know that's 12 times a year. Fair enough, right? But what if I said quarterly, like I paid quarterly? Okay, 4 times a year. That's the way they did it back in Old West, right there. Except, yeah, annually. Okay, anyway, you get the message. Those are the numbers that go in for N and T. Everybody knows T. Time. Or as I call him, Timmy. All right. So let's do number 23. All right, they want you to figure out A. So in they go 1,000. 1 plus a rate of 5%. Think back to middle school. Good times. Okay, no backpacks. Okay. You couldn't put a 5 in there. You had to turn it into a decimal. And how'd you do that? 2 spaces. What's the common mistake for 5%? Yeah, someone's going to put in 0.5. You've just upgraded them from 5% to 50%. I'll take that money. Okay. I hope your bank makes that mistake in your favor. Anyway. And I don't know, pick one. Which one do you want to do? Monthly? Let's go monthly. So I put a 12, and how many years? 20. Okay. And this goes straight into the calculator. And now I'm interested. That was a lie. Sorry. So what was it originally? 1,000. Parens 1 plus. Oh, I think I actually remember this. Nerd that I am. And what was it? 0.05 over 12, and then 12 times 20, right? Nice. Okay. So tell me what you're going to put on your quiz later this month or whatever for full credit. First of all, there better be one of these. That's called $sign son. Okay. And unless we're talking about pounds or pesos or whatever. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, where does the bank round? 100. Actually, that's a lie. They don't round. Okay. They don't show you that could never be 65. They truncate it. Okay, the bank, no round up. Welcome to the adult world. What a miserable. Okay. So remember that your full credit answer, $2712.64. Okay, so that's, what did we call that? Compound interest. And what is the formula for continuous? Because it did mention like continuously over here. That one was PERT. E to the RT, all right? And let's see, P is still principal, R still rate, P is still time. What is this E business? Okay, I think I got that in my notes today. I was going to ask you. See if I can find it. Somewhere. Nope, not there. Oh, okay. Yeah, here it is. All right. So we might as well do this. Who was I going to give a chance to get an A for the year? They could answer this correctly.
Like that.
One's right.
What's that name?
That's not a choice. Why don't you come on down? Come on down. Leave your calculator behind. 2.718. He's not wrong. But come on. Is it? You might get A for the year. Okay. Circle. Is E a nope, stop it. Stop it. You get the pin. Is it a letter, a number, both, or neither?
I think it's both.
If you put neither, I'm not talking to you. All right, he has circled both. Okay, have a seat.
Is that right?
Have a seat. Okay, guys, you gotta follow directions. I mean, I was ready to give him an A for the year. What was the correct answer?
Number A.
No. Look, if I say circle one, circle the one. Excellent. I also would have. I also would have accepted that. No. All right. All joking aside, it is both. Okay. I love the people that tell me that it was a number, and I'm like, "What's your English teacher going to say? You didn't know it was a letter, really?" Okay. But yeah, tell your English prof. Oh, that's a number. And what was it? Let's go to the Cuculato. Where's E? It is right here above Ellen, our girl Ellen. And you are correct, sir. 2.718-ish. Okay. But so when you see E, that's what it equals. It is a number for our purposes. Thank you for playing along. All right. Anything else from the home week? Ew. Was that the like growth and decay thing? I knew I wouldn't get off the hook here for that one. All right. 39. Getting there, getting there, getting there. Got there. Radioactivity. Okay. Now you will have to help me here. Read to me, I guess. I was just there. Okay. 39, read it to us. It says, radiocarbon dating uses carbon-14 to estimate the age of organic materials found commonly at archaeological sites. That was worthless. Nothing, gave us nothing. Okay, when you hit that on the SAT, cross that out or just skip it. Now, what did we actually need to know? It says the half-life of carbon-14 is this. Okay, I also thought this was kind of silly. Why the heck would you say 5.73 thousand when you could have just written it this way? what if they didn't save us any room at all? Okay, it's 5,000s, right? 5.773 so the answer better be 5,000 something. Okay, so there is what letter? Who's this? Is that A, P, N, R, or T? Actually, we're not even choosing that for it. That's T, for goodness sakes. Time. Okay, that many years. All right, and let's see, write a modeling equation for the expo decay. Okay. So if I remember correctly, it was yoked. Something like that. Yoked. That will also be given to you. And you need to fill in two things to be done with this, yo and K. Okay, so let's see. We could put that into T, we could, and let's get rolling. All right, how many grams will remain after this many years? So there's T. Okay, and how many grams? Does that sound like start or finish? How many grams will remain? Okay, that's end, so that's gonna go in for, or that's what we're gonna try and find. We're gonna try and find Y. And we started with 7, so what letter's that? Well, P for money, but Y sub O, come on, my science people in here, what's the sub O mean? Initial, right? So starts. Notice though, it is in the same place as P for the money. All right, so you're gonna fire a 7 in here. E, we know is gonna be calculator number. And we need T was how much? 12, 820 times K. All right, so we can finish that problem if we could only find K. Where is she? Let's go back up here. Okay, and I need more space. Got it. Okay, now this, I can make you better at physics. Can't believe I'm saying this. You want to, I wish someone had told me this in high school before I got to college. Okay. Pick a number to start with. 1, 6, all good numbers. Let's say we started with 6. Okay. Yeah, half-life, how much you got left from your original 6? 3. Do you see what just happened here? If you divide by 6, what do you end up with over there? Half. It's always a half. What if you'd have picked 40? What's half of 40? 20. It's always going to turn into half. 20 over 40, 3 over 6. If a person had picked 1, it would have turned into, you know, yeah. Does that make sense? So if you can remember half-life problems, oh my goodness, you're going to get them in college. Okay, it's always half. So no matter what you started with, make that half. So here we are. Half equals E to the 5730K. All right. Shout out to Mr. Henshaw there. All right. Now, good job. All right. And to Mr. Glenn, who I know taught you how to do these. What's the magic thing you're allowed to do to E to get it to go away? Ellen, our girl Ellen. But you got to put her. You got to put her there and there. And then LNE goes poof. And this floats to the ground. You don't want to break, you know, a little fall. Yeah. So what's left? We got ln half equals K times 5730. And what's the last step to find K? How do I get rid of this? Divide. Okay. To the calculator we go. ln half, divide whole thing by 5730. Exciting, and we'll finish with this. All right, I almost forgot, ln half, whoops, I put in a decimal. And divide whole thing by 57/3. All right, this is a mess, okay? What does E mean? E is scientific notation, so it's times 10 to the -4. You remember doing this, seventh graders?
Yeah,
Move the decimal 4, which direction?
right, that one.
Right.
No, it's-
Very small number, right? So I gotta make this go 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I got 1, 2, 3 zeros, and so K, bless her heart, is negative 0.0001. Okay, so waiting. Okay, so finish this problem. Okay, go back to this, and then we'll go lunch. Yeah. Now you're gonna put K, bless her heart. In there. And also, remember, that was the one number holding us up from getting this answer. Right now, calculator 7E to the -0.0001 times, what was that? 128.20. Okay. And that should give you the amount of stock left after that many years when we started with 7. All right, to be continued, unfortunately. All right. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, we're back. And yes, my hair grew over lunch. Thank you for your interest. Okay, so what about part C? Okay, fill this in. Use your model to estimate when only 1 gram of 7 will remain. So where does the 7 go? It's still the original 7. So where does that go? Yeah, it's the original was 7, so that goes here. And they want to know what? When only 1 is left. So where do you put the 1? The end. That's here. E is E. K, you guys figured out, was -0.0001. And your job is to solve for T. Real. What Mama Cook says, you're acting out. Acting out. All right, how do you do this? Isolate the E. How do you do that? Good. So divide by 7. Now do the what? ln of both sides. Poof, that goes away. What happens to this? No, it don't fall, it break. It floats to the ground. And then your last step to get rid of the -0.0001 times T, divide. So into the calculator. ln of 1/7 divided by -0.0001. Knowledge is king. Okay, so that is that. All right, let's put homework to bed. And oh, you picked a good day to be here. This is good stuff. It's on my phone. What about this guy? Horses sleep standing up.
I do too, but it's.
Here we go. Here we go. All right. All right, big day, big day. This will determine how well you start the chapter. Wait. Good luck. You won last year, didn't you? Modest. Yeah. Okay, you ready now? Okey doke. All right, guys, exponential functions are anytime the x is upstairs and the number is downstairs. I want to intro it that way. Okay, so what did this look like? That's a U, that's a parabola. And what does this look like when the 2 and the x switch places? That is an exponential. Okay, and we in the video, I don't think I plotted points, did I? Let's do that. Okay, so 2 to the x. Yeah. All right. And if you don't know what something looks like, you are allowed to plot dots like it's day 1 algebra 1 for sure. All right, put in a 0. What's 2 to the 0? What's anything to 0 except 0? 1. Don't you forget. So put a dot on 0, 1. And don't strain yourself. What if you put in a 1, a 2, and a 3? 2 to the first is 2, 2 squared is 4, and then 8. What's going on? All right, went from 0, 1 to 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 8. It's going up quicker with each step. That is the exponential feature. You all want bank accounts that do that. No linear progression. No, you want to earn interest on your interest. And that's how you get wealthy. All right. Hey, what about this? What if you put in negatives? What's 2 to the negative 1 power? Let's see. The negative exponent flips it. So now instead of 2 over 1, it's 1 over 2. Okay, so go to school on this. When we put in 1, 2, and 3, we got 2, 4, and 8. We did. Okay. So now when we put in negative, what do we end up with? Not negative, we get what? 1/2, 1/4, and 1/8. What's happening here? Half, quarter, eighth. It's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And it's approaching what number? 0. Can it ever get there? No, kind of sad in a way. Okay. So this, my friends, in blue is every expo graph ever.
Is there a slant asymptote for the exponential functions? Or is it
Slant,
just a line?
no, but well, wise indeed. What do we call this thing that it can't touch? That's a horizontal. Yeah. And where is it? Trick question. As y equals 0. What wrong answer? Somebody's going to say x equals 0 because it's the x-axis. But don't forget, it's what axis did it go through? Like right there, that's y equals -7 because it went through the y-axis at -7. So this one right here is still a y equals. Okay. All right, so yeah, memorize that blue thing right there. And how many points am I going to want you to plot for all expo problems? How about just one? And by just one, I mean this one. Okay. This is all expo graphs ever. Don't believe me? What if I ask you to graph y equals 22 to the x power? Yeah. Put in a 0. What do you get? Same picture, goes through 0, 1. Okay, so no matter what I put here, it's this blue graph. Okay, and where are we headed with that? Well, okay, on your first quiz, maybe I do this and say, graph it. You remember the most important notes ever when we took back in chapter 1, section 5? Where does it go? Because you discovered that the -3 was where? Inside or outside? Outside. Outside is up, down. So where's that gonna go? 3 down. And all I'm gonna have you do is rename that dot. I'll bet you dollars to donuts half of you miss it, especially this guy that's on a phone. And you with the retake, son. We don't even do those. Okay. Name that number. It ain't no -4, it ain't no -3, it's -2, okay? See, I told you somebody. No. Actually, it's good if you messed it up now, because you won't mess it up when it counts. It started right here at 1, and you go 3 down from that one. Okay, so on your test, I've already seen it because I made it. Okay, your first 3 questions are going to look like that, and I'm going to give you matching. And you know who's going to be there besides the correct answer? Yeah, -3 will be there. I don't know about -4. I didn't see that one coming. Okay, but anyway, know your rules of transformation. Outside is up, down. Okay, inside is side to side. And what about negatives? What does that do? Bless you. Okay, so all those, I don't want to go through this again. All right, but let's just say all Expo graphs, bless their hearts, look like that one. Okay, now log, in case you didn't know, how could you? All right, they're the inverses of Expo. So what's got to happen for Greenie? Okay, what one magic point will I want you to plot for log instead of 0, 1? If it's an inverse, beautiful. And that is what all log graphs look like. Ever. Okay. So maybe on your quiz, I say, yeah, sketch this and tell me what happened. Okay, inside means side to side. So where to go? 3 which way? Right. 3 to the right, which means same picture. Oops. Except I think you'll get it right this time. What am I going to change the number to if it went 3 this way? Small word, that's right. That 1 and it went 3 this way. Okay, so be ready for, those are supposed to be easy problems for you. Okay, shifting and flipping, all the transformational graphs. What's the only thing that changed? You got yourself 2 new pictures today. Okay. Now we got that out of the way. We can begin the fun part. Okay, I'm going to go over Expo problems and log problems, 3 of each, and then we're done. Okay. Yep. Already did shifting graphs. All right, here we go. 3 of each. We just, all right, and you did these last year, for goodness sakes. Algebra 2.5 for one more chapter. Here we go. All right. Baby's first expo problem is this one. Yeah. You think you roll up 97s by not paying attention? Evidently. Okay. All right. Well, the answer ain't 3. Get that one every once in a while. All right. How do you do expo problem? Do you know? Of course you know. Change what? Where do you
Change the base.
change the base? That's the phrase that pays. How about common? Let's go. Common basis. That's how I'm gonna say you should do it. Okay, so you look at 9, you look at 27. What are the common bases for these two? Now, 9 is a good guess. However, 27 is not 9 to a power. So you want to break it down probably to nice prime numbers. So you say 3, okay? Now, you know I love you, okay, but on my test, when is the test? 24th, right? We're on the orange side. Okay, anyway, all right, who is gonna be the all-day sucker that writes this? Okay, 9 8 no 3 cubed. Okay, what is it? Okay, so you're gonna rewrite 9 as 3 squared, and then the x gets to come along for the ride. All right, and what's 27? 3 to the third. Okay. So guys, what does that thing in the middle mean? Well, I know it's equal. What does it mean? Same. Let's go with same. Okay. So are the bases the same? Yeah. Guess who else has to be the same? And that's how you finish this. You set the exponents equal. Exactly. That is an O. Good. So what is the final full credit answer? 3 halves. I'll take that for full credit. Okay. Beware 2/3. Oh no. Oh no. You did all that heavy lifting and then you divide it by 3 instead of 2. Hi, Chihuahua. Okay. All right. So we'll do 2 more just so you get the message. Here is the second one. Hey now, it's a little spicier each time. Not too spicy for you. All right. Common base is what? It is 2. Okay, we're on our way. What's 8? 2 to what? Awa? 3. And we all know 4 is 2 squared, but it's in the basement. So what do I do to get not multiply, but the exponent is negative, we said. That means flip it to the basement. Okay. Finish it, go ahead. Now that we have the common base, set the exponents equal to each other. This answer is -2 thirds. Okay. These are fun. I like this chapter. It's one of my favorites. Okay. All right, one more ought to do it. What do you think? You try? Let's go. You try on this. You try. You try. I heard the right answer. Did I hear it right? Right?
Yeah, but. Yeah.
I heard it was a whole number.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. All right. So not one, but two ways you could have done it. What did you guys, what did you use as a common base? Niner. Okay. Does that work? Does that work? Sure it does. Hang on to 3. I said it can be done 2 ways. But let's go back to you that said, you know what? They're not prime, bless their hearts, but they are the same. That's all you really had to have. So that one's okay, and this one you turned into 9 squared, okay? And now you simply set x minus 5 equals 2. Lottie-dottie, your mom knows karate. What do you do to finish this, bro? All that your mom already. Okay, you add 5, and the answer is 7. Now let's talk about y'all with your 3s, because you should have gotten the same answer. And if you didn't, this is instructive for everybody because it's going to happen to everybody. Okay, so let's go back. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave all this mess here. So you turned 9 into 3 to the 2nd power with me. But what do you do with the x minus 5 that's already up there? Very good, right? Check this out. You turned 9 into 3 squared, but what did you do with the 2 and the x that were already there? You multiplied. This is key. Okay, if you just write this, you're cooked. Who's here to save the day as usual? Okay, it's the 2 that you put times the x minus 5 that was already there. No parentheses, it's over. Okay, and you'd have to know this off top of your dome. That's 3 to the 4th. Good for you if you knew that. Okay, so now same problem. What is this going to turn into? 2x minus 10 equals 4. And sure enough, okay, add 10. Hey, whoops, did I do that wrong? Yes, I did. That's what, 14. And when you divide by 2, bang, you should get the same answer. Yeah, no, points off. Yeah. All right, Expo problems, I'm feeling okay. Common base, solve the, or set the exponents equal to each other. All right, halfway done. Yep, let's go to logs. Go ahead, my world. Okay. All right, you will want to know this. How to get from Expo form to log form and vice versa. Yeah. Be able to go both directions on your quiz. What's your quiz? That's 6 days from now. So that's a Monday. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna give you one that looks like this. And I guess before I show you, let's explain, how did you get from one form to the other? All right, what's the name for B? Base. So check out where it ended up over here. It's the base for the log. Okay, so B ends up down there in green. And where did the old exponent end up over here by itself? Don't cry, it'll be all right. Someone needs bad help. Thank you. Hello? Hey. Try. I don't have okay. Carry out over. I mess it up every time. No, here we go. Okay, and X ends up next to the word log. Okay, also notice I'm gonna draw a line right there. What should be the only thing below that line? The base, put it in the basements. Okay. So here is what we got to start with. Problem like this. I give you a factoid like 9 squared equals 81. And I want you to write it in log form. So I guess I'll start you with this. Now put the 9, the 2, and the 81 in the right spots. Go. The whole easy. Steady good example. All right. So read it to me. This shouldn't take long. Log base 9. What goes next to the word? 81 equals 2. Guys, that is full credit, and I do mean proper, right? I said I'm gonna look to see that all these guys are on the same line. Because if they're not, I get this every year. I get this guy. Oh, you want to talk bitter when I see that? Okay, I can't wait to break out the red pen. And I don't even grade in red. That's how bad it is. I grade in blue, of course, my favorite color. All right, but this is no good. Okay. Well, why is the 81 and the equal 2 floating? No good. Please keep them all on the same level. All right. You did good there. Why don't you go other direction? Rewrite this one in Expo form, because it's going to be real important in about a minute. We talk about Mr. Glenn a lot. But how about Mama Cook? Anybody have her for geometry? What? Okay. All right. I doubt she did this in geometry, so I guess you wouldn't have heard. All right, but she calls this the circle of life. So what do we start with? What's the base? So she goes 4 to what power? 3. And she makes a circle out of this. So it says what? 4 to the 3rd power equals 64. And this time I didn't put any letters in there, so you know if you did it right or not. I mean, if you got like 3 to the 64th power equals 4, no, it don't. Okay, so you'll know if you messed it up. But you need that skill right there so that we can finish our notes today. the circle. Okay. All right, 3 log problems ought to do it for you today. And here is baby's first log problem. Get this one done. Solving log equations. What seems to be missing from our first problem? An X and an equal sign. So watch this. Anytime you see that and you don't see an equal, you write equal X. Every time. Okay, if you don't see an equal sign, you write your own equal X. Okay. Now, does anyone know the answer off the top of their head?
No.
I do.
-3.
Bang. -3. Okay, but how are you supposed to do it? And get the right answer just as quickly and easily? The circle of life. Anytime you get a log problem, here is your phrase that pays. Go Expo. My son was a college cheerleader. Okay. Except he had the mascot costume. There's a mascot here. Anyway, let's go. So why don't you go Expo? Change this to Expo form. What's the base? 5 to what power? So you're gonna write this equal what? Ain't no negative. Equals 1/125. All right, I'm such a soft touch. I'm giving you half credit on the quiz if you can get that far. Question? Oh, the answer, we're getting there.
Oh.
Okay, but can you turn it into Expo form? That's how you do it. And now think back, way here, like 8 minutes ago. How did you do Expo problems? Common base. So what's the common base now? So this is done. And what's this? 5 to the. It is 5 cubed, but it's in the basement. And that's how my man got -3 before he passed out over there. And that's the answer, right? X equals -3. Okay. In one problem though, that's how you do it. Go Expo. And solve. All right. Problem 2. All right, like a good teacher might do, I'm going to give you 3 problems with X in each of the 3 locations. So we already had X by itself. Now we got X as a base. Go Expo. Change this to Expo form, and then I don't know. If you think you know what to do, go ahead and do it. It's this circle. That's good. What do we got? Oh. X to the 3rd power equals 8/27. That'll get you half credit. Now, is it an Expo problem? No, where's the X?
At the bottom.
Downstairs. This is straight up like 8th grade now. How you get rid of the cube? Cube root that up. What do you get for your answer? Okay, well, I'll tell you this, somebody's gonna leave it like that and I'll give them 9 points out of 10. You're almost there. But what is cube root 8? And what's cube root of 27? That is your 10 out of 10 right there. Okay. Down to our last problem, then you'll get a half hour. You're good student, yes.
I did it on different way, so what I do was I put 27 up and made it and I cube rooted it and I knew that like
You got it, as long as you know what you're doing. All right, last problem of the day. Where haven't I given you X? Now I put it next to the word log. Why don't you go Expo and this time carry it to a final answer? But first, go Expo. Exactly. Blurt out your answer. Blurt out your answer. So fine. Yeah, let's see how you got there. Yeah. Oh, go Expo. What'd you get? 4 to the 3/2 power equals X. Okay, I'll give you half credit for getting that far, but what does the fractional exponent mean? The top is the power. And the bottom is the root, also known as root. And you can keep going and you should keep going. What is the square root of 4? And what's 2 to the 3rd power? And that's what I'm going to be looking for on your quiz Monday. Waiting. I'll explain it. I'll say it again. I'll say it slow. No, the top is the power and the bottom is the root. Let's say, even though I don't advise it, do the power first. What's 4 to the 3rd? 64. And what's the square root of 64? 8. Either way, but always do the root first because it makes the numbers little. Okay, so again, I did square root of 4 and got 2, but I still had to do 2 to the 3rd power. Okay, all right. Fine job today. I was talking to myself. Just kidding. It's a joke. Have a good one.